guys, welcome to my channel Genetic Coding. So from this video we will start how to manage data locally in our mobile app. So sometimes we have situation that we want to store the data on our local device and manage according to our need. So for storing the database in locally, there are plenty of library available on the pub.dev data site. Two of them are shared preference and SQLite. In shared preference, there is a system in which we store the values in key and value pairs. In SQLite, it is well structured and managed database. In this, we store the values in the tabular and we use query language, which is SQL, for manipulating the database and accessing the data in it. So this video will be of two part. First part, we will build the UI. As you can see on the right side, this UI will be our main user input for our this video. And in the second part, we will start working to the integration part. So let's start and create to start our UI. So first of all, make a class, name it register and login. Create some stateful widget which is like register and login, and we will not make app bar here because we have to make this background here. So we will call here body and we will call here container, and we will pass here decoration and box decoration. Here we will call color in the gradient, so we will pass here linear gradient. So here we will pass colors. Here we pass in list our colors. So first color will be our colors dot green and other will be our colors dot white. Now we will apply the blend mode, like from which part the color green is start and which part our white colors will be spread. So for deciding that type of measurement, we will apply begin and end property. For this, first of all we apply alignment top left. I mean our green color is starting from the top left part. As you can see, our green color is starting from the top left part and white color is ending at the bottom right part. So here we begin alignment dot top left and ending with bottom right. So here we will apply gradient and not color here. Okay, it is. Now we will run register login. We will refactor it and we will call out this screen. Now we will run. Here our background is ready. Now after this we will get child. We will pass here center and child, and here we will pass column and child. Now we will make a card. Now we will make here in the center card. So wrap with this column with, here it is. Now we will apply shape on this. So this is how you can apply the shape. Here shape a rounded rectangle border, and after apply the border radius. Now you will notice here in the column we apply main axis size dot minimum, because column will take the height as minimum as required its content. So it will not representing here our card. So first of all we will make here custom text field, because we will use our text field reusable, because we use our text field again and again. So we will make it reusable widget. So make a new directory which is custom component and make file custom form text field here. Now we will make here stateless widget custom text form field and be written here text form field. Now we will make some kind of properties here, like what will be the label and what will be the hint and which method will we call when we call on chain. So we are using here, it is reusable. I have defined a property border radius and border color label text, and we have made a function which is value change. It will give us parameter of string. We have also set text input type and it will accept the controller, and also we will call here validator. Validator is required when our text field is remain empty, then we will validate if it is empty or not. Based on that we will trigger our further action. Like this, apply our text field here. we will give some properties a default value. Like for border radius we have default value 8.0, border screen colors gray, like this. And we required label text because every text field will have separate label, so it is required. And this on changed, this will be also required, or we may think like it will not required. If you want to observe this method, then we will override this, otherwise we will not. And we define input type basic like text and required the controller, because we will deal with the value of text control text field. Then we required this controller for further modification with the text form field. After that is validator, which is come from here. Now we will neutralize these fields in our text form. Now we have validator, so apply the validator controller. In keyword type we have applied the input type. On changed we have applied our on change method. In decoration, in input decoration we have applied our label text. We have applied the border, enabled border and focused. We have also applied border radius and border side, and we applied here border color. The all the properties we required from here we have applied to our text form field. Now we will call this text form field from our register login screen. Here custom text form field, this is our class. Here we apply here label text and so first of all we apply here email, and controller will be our, we will define our two controller. First is email controller, which is text editing controller. After this password controller, which is text controller, like this. So we will apply here email controller, and after that we apply validator. Here it will give us a value, because when we come here you can notice here this is our validator. It is written here a string value, so validator always return this value string, so we will use it here. Validator, we will use arrow function. Here we will use value is empty, then we will show enter email error, otherwise we will give it value null. So now we will apply here const size box height. Now we will see where will our field. Now it is applied here. We will apply our padding, rabbit padding. Now we have some kind of padding here. Now we will now apply a text which is written authentication at the center and above the our email. So we use text authentication, and we apply text style in this text, which is font size, font weight we applied bold, and we give the color green. Now this is our authentication, and after that we will apply another field here. Here it is password, and this password controller we will use validator also in this password. Now you will notice we have applied so much of size box like this. Now we have made the text field which is used in our form. Now we will make our custom button here, because we are using our button two times in this screen, so we also make our reusable button here. So make your component new custom sample button. We will make here class which is stateless custom sample button. We will return here our elevated button. Before that, first of all we define here our property. Which properties we will find out here. So first of all we will take our text, because every button has its different text, so we will require here text. And we will make our callback, because button is detect only click action, it is not give any type of value in the return, so we will call only void callback. We have given the property background color, so that we can modify color of our button in the background, and also we can modify the text in it. After that we also apply the outline border, what kind of order we want to apply on our button, so we will require the properties. So after applying the property on the custom sample button, we will now tell our constructor that which type of property is required and which type of property is not required, and also we will give the default values to the properties. Now here it is. Our text and on press method will be required for our custom button, and on the background color we have applied green color and also given the white color to our text color, and we applied the shape like rounded rectangle border, and on that we applied the border radius of 8.20. So this is, now we will apply these property elevated button. So we will apply here our elevated button. Here we apply our on pressed, we apply here, and text will be our text, and here we will apply style, text style. Here we apply text color like this, and also we apply here our button style. Like now we will apply here style, we applied this elevated button dot style from. So here we apply background color, foreground color, and like this. Now we will use this here, we apply here some spacing. Row children, here we apply our custom elevated button, no, this custom sample button. Here we apply register here, here it is. Now we will make the difference between 2 points, and we copy this same button. This is the advantage, we can reuse our button in our UI by making our component reusable. Okay, now we have applied our two buttons here. So first of all, now we have to set our alignment, main axis alignment center. We will center our button like this, and we will apply background color dot blue like this. Here it is. Now our screen is ready. Now we will apply, like when we left blank our text field here, so when we click on button it will show error and focused with red color. So how we can do that? So for perform this action, first of all you have to be wrap your visit with form and give here key. Now we will make our global, like we can say form key, global key of form validator. We will make our form key. Form key is responsible for managing the state of our form. So our global key will take form state parameter to manage. Like our key will handle the same thing which we will provide to it. Here we are providing to the key the form state, so this key will handle all the issue and control related to the form state, and will pass it here form key. Now our validator will work here. Now the validator will work. Keep in mind, if you want to work with validator, you have to be make your text field in the form of form. Like you will use text form field, not use text field. Use text form field with form here. Now you will rerun it. First of all, we will check here if form key dot current state dot validate. If it is true, then we will further move for now. When we click on register, now you can see our field is blank, that is why it giving us error. When we fill here abc123@gmail.com, now you will notice it will remove error from first field and showing still the error on the second field. This is the error, enter password, which is coming from here like this, enter password and the enter image. This was our UI making part. Now we will continue to our backend integration. So for our backend integration, we are working here with the SQLite. We are not using shared preference here because shared preference is using for small level project. Also it is uses key value pair mechanism for saving data locally on the mobile. What SQLite is use tabular form and well maintained data structure for storing on the device. So we will continue here with the SQLite database. So come in the pub/specs.yaml file. Here just go on the pub.dev library website where you will find SQFLite and path parameter. Integrate these two properties here and run pub.get. Ignore these property in which is already showing here, because these are not related to your. Just integrate these two properties, these two plugin in your pub specs.yaml file. Okay, now we will make our class database help. So we have already make here directory. Now we will make our class helper. Now we will make here class database helper demo. Here we will make database. We will define our table name const string. So we will give it here name user like this. Okay, we will give here final. Now we will create first of all our database. Here we will make these static like this. Now make your method which is written your future, which is database, and we will make it a getter method and give name database, and it will be our asynchronous. First of all we will check if our database is not equal to null. Give it name database is not equal to null, then return database. Otherwise we will initialize our database and make this method init db. So make here your method future which is database, and we'll give it name init db, which is we already mentioned there, and make it asynchronize. Now first of all we will get the path. Which path? Our database path. So call here join. This join method will get after integrating the path package. If you do not integrate the path package, you will not find the join method. So keep in mind. After that await and get database path, and we will give it name to our database like my database demo dot. You can give any name to your database. After that we will return open await open database. We have pass our path, and also we will pass here our version 1, and we will create here override method on create. Here we will pass our dv and version. Here we will create our table. First of all we have created our database. Now we will create our table. For here await, and we will write here query dv.exec. Here we will write our query. So here use triple quote because we are using it any type. Here you can write any type of and any multiple lines of string. Now we will create table and we'll call it name table name. Now first of all initialize our id, make it integer like this, make it integer and make it as primary key and auto increment. If you make this as auto increment, you need not to pass this value during the creation of your user for this table, so it will increment automatic itself. After that we will make here username and password. This is our table ready. Now we close the bracket. Here we have written wrong spelling here, create table. Now we have initialized our table. Now we will rerun it again so that it will integrate our SQLite database here. Now we have run our app and the changes are configured in our app. So we have created the database. Now we will continue further integration in our next part. So wait for my next part, and till then practice the UI part. And if you got knowledge in the UI part, please like my video and subscribe my channel. Thank you.